Nice. That was fast. 15 people in the live stream already, in the live chat, 16 actually. Welcome, everyone. We will start in a few minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we already have like nearly 20 people, 15 to 20 people in the chat. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. This is a mic test first and foremost. I would like to ask the live chat, do you hear me loud and clear? Give me a signal here. Yeah, it seems to work. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today's show is called The Monetization Hype with Michael Fazio. And I know it has been a while since the last Out of the Winter live stream. I think more than 6-7 months. And I think it's about time that we get back on this channel doing live streams. I would like to give you a short overview first about what's going to happen in the next few days. I would like to announce that tomorrow, 10 a.m. Philippine Standard Time, I will be going live with the infamous Andy Omar. Andy Omar has announced that he will be on this live stream here on the Out of the Winter show, and we will be talking about regular guy Scotty, regular guy's latest upload. Andy Omar uploaded it also on his channel. If you have not seen it yet, please go over there and check it out after this live stream here. Regular guy. Then we will talk about Philly and the Philippines last live stream. I believe that was on Sunday. The topic was expat trash in the Philippines. We will talk a little bit about the guy called Uncle Jesse. and Mike in the Philippines, and Andy Omar's view of what is going on in this community. That will be tomorrow, 10 a.m. Philippine Standard Time. Um, I would like to take the opportunity to extend my heartfelt congratulations to Roberto and his family. His youngest daughter is going to get married this week, and I would like to mention that we, the Alo the Winter crime family, are sending our warm congratulations and best wishes to you, Roberto, and your family. Congrats. And I hope to do a couple of live streams on your channel, all up in your geek, probably by next week when he comes back on YouTube, because I chatted with him a little bit yesterday, and he told me he is extremely busy these days due to his youngest daughter's wedding. But today I'm here with Michael Roberto Kennedy. I nearly slipped there, Alpha Mouse. I will unmute you. Let me just do that. Hello, how are you?
Mayan buntag. Alo buntag. And we have kudos.
And I hear you brought the ding, ding, ding casserole bucket, metal bucket, by the way. I want to say hello to everyone in the live chat, by the way. And I would like to talk about the hype, the monetization hype in this community. What do I mean by that? Let me give our listeners a short overview. Monetization hype, okay? A lot of people in this community seem to be very triggered if they don't get money out of this, meaning they complain, they moan and bitch about not getting enough support from the community. They moan and bitch about super chat, and some of them are mighty proud about the fact that their channel is monetized. And some other people are absolutely fucking triggered about the fact that our good friend Popeye got monetized a couple of weeks ago. He's now in the YouTube partner program as a content creator. That sounds good. Content creator YouTube partner program. And there are a lot of people out there who don't like that. They hate it. They are triggered about it. And they try everything to take down Popeye's channel. I'm talking about copyright strikes. I'm talking about YouTube guidelines violation and stuff like that. And I have been a victim of that too. And some of you might have seen my vlogs about this subject matter. I appealed it. All my channels are back. Now I ended up with too many channels because I actually created one channel after another within 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 hours. Why? Not because I wanted to create 5 or 6 channels. No, it was because the first channel got taken down within 3 hours. The second channel got taken down within, I don't know, 20 hours. And the third channel didn't even have any content on there. And after I uploaded a drone vlog of mine and a short vlog where I was walking down the street to a restaurant over in Bonnie, Fazio, Global City, it was also taken down. And that was the moment where I realized, hey, wait a second, something is wrong. I need to appeal this. And all of these channels came back. I didn't even know about the first channel that I created. I didn't even know that it was still out there. I just saw it on my iPhone. I was like checking some notifications, and then I saw, oh, wait a second, All of the Winter Dry, All of the Winter 3 is back up. I didn't even know that. And then I had to look for one of my emails to check the inbox, and there it was. All of these channels were back up on. And I know that a certain group of people out there is trying to silence us, trying to take away our channels, and they are very, very triggered about the monetization of Popeye's channel. And therefore, I wanted to get a guy on here on this panel to talk a little bit about monetization. A guy who has had a lot of success, at least financially, when it comes to his channel. Fazio, or Faz, I would like to ask you, can you tell us a little bit about how much money you made on YouTube? Because I pulled up one of your older channels and I saw the most popular vlogs you produced on Hoodwinked by an Angel. I saw that you had like 640,000 views on the $1 bill secret blog. And then it goes on and on and on with Is Obama the Antichrist on the $1 bill, 400,000 views, Robbie Chew Barker Pedicure, 370,000 views, Seven Secrets on the dollar bill, 300,000 views. So you had blogs that generated hundreds of thousands of views. And I want to get a better overview here about how much cash you made. And you actually, before we started this, and we will go into the details here, you mentioned amounts where I must say, wow, that's some good amount of cash. But please tell us more about it, F.
Well, I've had 3 channels that have been monetized since I started. In 2010, I put a channel up called Hoodwinked by an Angel without my name attached to it. And I had some what they call viral videos. And just one video was getting 14,000 views an hour. In the course of 1 month, I was getting 1,200,000 views. And the earnings for that channel for 1,200,000 views each month for almost a year was on average $3,800 US.
There you go.
That was
$3,800 every single month back then with that big fucking channel. That means that you had like 1.2 million views. Is because I wrote that down per month or per year?
Per month. So I was getting 18 to 20,000 views an hour on my videos on certain days. But one video consistently got 14,000 views an hour. So at the end of the, now this you have to understand, this is when YouTube was YouTube in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
When Google took it over, the monetization went down to next to nothing. It went to 1/10 of what it was on YouTube.
So that means I wrote this down here. I read up about it. 1,000 views equals to $1 to $2.
Now. But
okay.
on YouTube, 1,000 views was anywhere between $20 and $25. It depends on who was watching the video. If children were watching the video, because the dollar bill videos a lot of children watch, and there was a lot of commercials, and they click on the commercials, then you could make $40 per 1,000. If people click the views, the videos, the commercials, and then go to the advertisement, you make more money. But in today's world, on Hoodwinked by an Angel, Michael Fazio, I was making about $2 per 1,000 views, maximum $5.
How much money do you make these days? Because back then, during your best year in the earlier days of YouTube, you mentioned $3,800, and that's a nice amount of money for something like this. A social media platform, YouTube, $3,800, doing videos about all kinds of topics. I think your channel was always somewhat like a mixed bag. But nowadays, what amount of money do you make? And can you tell us how many views per month do you get within like 30 days?
Well, this month I got 20,000 views, and I earned $32, roughly
20,000 views, and you earned $32. That's AdSense money generated from the views alone. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. What do you
You know,
think do others in this community make when you look at their channel? Certain blog, the average blogger in this community, we all know them. We all know them. The guys that are known in this community. We refer to them as Mr. Whoop Whoop, for instance. He has a channel, and then of course a couple of other dudes who are mighty proud about their channel. And when I look at these numbers here, this is what I'm thinking, okay? Where does the bragging rights come from? Where does the bragging rights come from something like this? Because I think you need a lot of fucking views to make $32. And I'm not talking about the people who are actually super chatting you, because that's an unpredictable factor, okay? If you have people out there who send you money, fine. But you cannot include that into what we are looking at right now here. It's purely the view generated income, okay? The income that a channel is generating based on the views alone. And if I look at this, you say 20,000 views makes you $32. And I know that Whoop Whoop, for instance, who's absolutely mighty proud about his fucking channel and belittles others, because the only driving force for him is to make money on YouTube. I think it's fucking pathetic if somebody comes on here and tells everyone, look, Popeye is monetized now. We need to take down his channel. And everybody else is jealous because these guys tried very hard to make money on YouTube. And then I look at these numbers, okay? Because I heard it for many, many months now. I look at these numbers and I say, is $30, $50, even $100 something to be proud of? Because I don't want to come off as arrogant, but $100 a month would not even be something that I would even I wouldn't even pick up that kind of money. If we would look at amounts that you mentioned earlier, Michael, the 3,800, then I would say, yeah, that's worth it. $2,000, that's worth it. $1,000, okay. It always depends on how much time and effort goes into this. But there are a lot more ways to make 1,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 bucks a month if you put in that time and that effort into something to generate hundreds of thousand views to make a substantial amount of money, a significant amount of money, then you could as well just go and find yourself a job. So what I'm trying to say, my conclusion out of all of this is nothing to be fucking proud of. Because if you make $32 a month, then the other guys must make like what? Like $5 a month? Or am I wrong?
well, the easiest YouTube only pays about $2 per 1,000 views, unless you have a video that children are clicking on the commercials. That's all you're going to make. And the easiest way to find out how how much money somebody is making. First of all, the person you mentioned, most of the videos are not monetized because of the content, which is smart that he doesn't monetize the content, because if there's certain content, bar girls, any kind of, touching of a woman, the video is going to get
content. Yeah,
that content goes against the community guidelines. Maybe some of them do. So the videos that are not monetized don't make anything at all, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But Super Chat is how the money is made. But you can find out how many views a person gets by going to their home page and then clicking on their. Okay, I'm going to go through it by the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
You go to their home page. You go to where it says videos, shorts, playlists, etc. on above their videos, and then you look for the word about, ABOUT. Click on about. Then it goes down to stats. It says stats. right underneath the word about when you click that. Now, my stats for this channel are 1.2 million views since 2013.
Mm-hmm.
So then but it, so if you were to keep track of it, for every 1,000 views the person got, if it was monetized, all the videos, you could say between $2 and $3 would be what they made. That's the only way you could check on somebody else's videos, unless you get a video that's clickbait where children go to the commercials. You make a lot of money when children are going to the commercials for a
Mm-hmm.
bicycle or roller skates. But other than
Okay.
that, every thousand views, $2 or $3. That's all you're going to make from Google.
From the views itself. And actually, you were talking about the YouTube Partner Program. That's how they call it. And I believe there is, when it comes to the YouTube Partner Program, there's a higher standard and more strict requirements to get in there as far as your content is concerned. So, what you mentioned earlier, for instance, you can go into a bar and show like girls in bikinis and, use sexual content, or I would say, the sleazy type of content that some people in this community are known for. So the standards are higher. It is a lot stricter. And in that case, they would probably demonetize your channel. So the point here is, and that's the conclusion, that's my takeaway. There is really no serious money to be made on YouTube except for the super chat, because the super chat is kind of like that unknown factor. I mentioned that earlier before we started this show. The unknown factor means that if you have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people out there who regularly send you money, let's say $100 here, $200 there, of course that makes sense. Of course, that is always a welcome, how should I say, a welcome gift for these vloggers. But if you look at the views itself, I would go as far as saying a channel with 5 subs and 3 views a month is in the same fucking category, as far as I'm concerned, in the same category with a channel that makes 7,000 views in 1 month, or 70,000 views, or let's say, let me just pull up the stats here, 20,000 views a month. Because between $0 and $32, I just don't know, ladies and gentlemen. $32, really, that's nothing. That's nothing. If somebody would tell me, hey, you made $50 this month on YouTube, I wouldn't even go there and pick up that money. That means nothing. And you know what is behind this? A low class mentality, a bus voucher mentality. That's behind this. That's the driving force behind this. It's a fucking loser mentality that's behind this. If somebody is proud of the fact that they are monetized and makes this little money on YouTube, then that's the very definition of fucking loser, fucking loser. And therefore, I must say I wasn't even aware of this, because I don't think that anything less than a few $1,000 a month would be even worth to consider. There's absolutely fucking nothing to be proud of here. There's absolutely nothing to be bragging about here. This is just fucking pathetic. And the fact that the same guy who promotes these fucking hateful fucking shit here on YouTube, telling others that, yeah, they're fucking jealous. They are trying so hard for 7 years to get monetized. Motherfucker, nobody is even trying to get monetized.
Well,
Nobody is even trying to get fucking monetized. And if I look at the numbers, because I always felt like, okay, they are getting like thousands of fucking dollars every single month. And then I look at the fucking stats. $2, 1,000 views? Come on. Give me a fucking break. I thought this was a real fucking business because everybody was bragging and saying, "Oh my god, I have money. I make money. I have this 5-star fucking lifestyle. I do this and I do that. I'm so fucking successful." Now I understand that for them it's all about the cash. How fucking pathetic is that?
But
They see that this money that they can make, they look at it as the main fucking driving force. It's all about fucking money. What kind of fucking lower middle class, underclass fucking mentality is this? And I wonder if they are just playing a role on here, or if they are fucking serious about this. Because when I look back and look at these fucking bus voucher videos that these guys came out with, and the kind of people that they hang around with, people who can't even fucking pay their fucking visa fees, trying hard to fend off all kinds of legal problems, then I must say, wow, this is really the very definition of LOSER fucking losers. Fucking lowlife. There's absolutely nothing to be proud of here. And now I understand why they are so fucking triggered about Popeye getting monetization. You know what? Popeye is going to fucking give that money away. That's the difference. He's going to give that money away. And I actually spoke with him, and I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but I'm telling you, Popeye will soon fucking let go of that monetization program. You know why? Because it's just too burdensome. If I would see a fucking $100 bill on the street, sorry to say that, sorry if I sound fucking arrogant, right? I wouldn't even bend over to get that fucking money. I wouldn't even bend over to get that fucking money. $100, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't even look at it. There on the street, I wouldn't even pick it up. I would not even pick it up. And then you listen to these other guys who are mighty proud about being monetized channel as a major achievement in their otherwise very, very lonesome, pathetic fucking existence. Am I not right about that, Michael? Am I not fucking right about that? Because the only guy who actually could love him or hate him, love or hate Michael F. At the end of the day, he has delivered 3,800 fucking bucks over a year. Then I would say, yeah, let's do it. Let's brag about it. I made 3,800 bucks every single month, and my fucking videos get 500,000 fucking views. That's something I would say, okay, you got yourself some bragging rights there, okay? But this amount of money, come on. Give me a fucking break.
I sent you a mail so how you could see on the page that the for 200,000 views, you should look at your mail. But for 200,000 views on the channel you're talking about, if every video was monetized and if there were commercials during the video, maybe there would be about $500 income since the channel started.
$500 income. $500. Yes. That's a fucking Xbox. That's a nice pair of Air Jordans. And I spent that amount of money every fucking weekend, ladies and gentlemen. The great out of the winter. And now I understand why they are so triggered of having Popeye out there getting monetized. And he doesn't even give a shit about it. Because for these guys, it's all about the cash. It's all about the money. It's all about that. It's all about that. And then they belittle other channels. It doesn't make a difference if you make $5 or $0. If you have 5 views or 50,000 views. Because we are all down here in the YouTube gutter of the Philippines community. Don't think you are better than others, because you are really not. What really matters, ladies and gentlemen, is the amount of cash you have on your bank account, the amount of money that they think your house, your condo, your farm, your property is worth. That's what matters. Not the views, not the number of subs, and not the AdSense money. Because it seems to me that there are people out there who made YouTube their fucking life, and for them, success on YouTube, they measure a person's success and define a person's character and integrity based on these stats here. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that is just fucking pathetic. That's just fucking pathetic.
A point I want to make, and this fella in the chat, Rowdy, said that in Korea they make John Blaze, welcome. In Korea they get $800 for 200,000 views. But the 200,000 views is for the course of the year, number one. And number two, in the Philippines, specifically the Philippines, you get paid less for views because the people don't click on the commercials and don't have the money to buy the products in the commercials. So the Philippines community gets less money per view than in America, or in this case, Rowdy is saying Korea would be $4 per 100 views or $4 per 1,000. In the Philippines, it's $2 or $3 per 1,000. It's less. The people here are poorer. That's the point I wanted to make.
I have heard of this, and I was aware of that because I think it was back in the days of the great Peter Van der Veer. And he actually explained that on several of his blogs, that if your audience is mainly in Western countries, let's say the United States and Canada, UK, Germany, Switzerland, you would get a higher amount of AdSense money compared to markets such as Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, and maybe some African countries, and so on and so forth. So it really matters what market you are penetrating with your content. So actually, this is a very interesting topic. The conclusion that I draw from this is basically there is really no serious money to be made on YouTube, number one, and number two, I don't think that it gives you any bragging rights at all, because look, bragging rights come with being monetized and making really a lot of money. And if somebody is out there and says, you know what, you guys are absolute fucking losers because I make like $5,000 every single month. Every single one of my blogs gets 500,000 fucking views, gets 100,000 views. Okay, let's put it this way: gets 100,000 views. One single blog, 100,000 views. I'm the man. I'm. You guys are just jealous. At least there would be some merit to such a statement. But other than that, I just really don't see it. And I asked you earlier, Michael, by the way, I asked you earlier because you told me that for 8,000 views, you make around $20. I wrote it down here. And I asked you, does it make a difference if you have one single vlog with 8,000 views, or is there, let's say, another option where you could upload 8 different blogs with 1,000 views each, which is also 8,000 views per month within the 30 days frame? Would that make a difference? 8 times 1,000 views, or once 8,000 views? And you told me it doesn't make any difference. Can you?
No difference at all. If you have your videos monetized, if there are commercials playing in the video, 1,000 views is typically the same amount of money across the board, no matter how many views you get. 500 views is half that money. It makes no difference. You just add it up and it averages out at the end of the month. There is something in analytics that you could go to see what each video makes. But on average, here in the Philippines, it's $2, maximum $3 per 1,000 views.
Do you think that's serious money?
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Oh yeah. I knew a guy that was collecting nothing for months, and then came on YouTube. And made begged for super chat almost 13,000 times in less than a week. and he's already made $200. Yes, serious money.
Let me ask you a question here. Let me ask you a question, because it seems to me that certain people are on YouTube because they need the fucking cash, okay? Because if I look at their fucking lifestyle, I wonder, yeah, maybe they're in it for the cash. Maybe they really need the money. And there's nothing wrong about that. There's nothing wrong about making money on social media. Don't get me wrong. The problem I have is with people who think that being monetized is equal to a major lifetime achievement. It's kind of like, I studied at the Oxford University. I went to Harvard. I studied at Princeton University. Okay, this is a major milestone in my life. The monetization of my channel. Okay, that's a major fucking deal for me. And everybody else who is not monetized is basically a loser. So let's take a closer look at these guys. Who are these guys? What kind of lifestyle do they live? Where do they live? In what kind of apartments and houses do they live? I think what matters is your real life and not YouTube. Not that persona that you try to create. And it's not even true. It's not even fucking true, because it's just not there. I want to ask you, Michael, why do you think am I on YouTube? Because look, for some people, narrow-minded people, they say Alo doesn't make any money on YouTube, but he tries very hard to grow his channel because he wants to make money on YouTube. Or Popeye is trying very hard to grow his channel because he needs the money, he wants the money from YouTube. Because all we do, it's all about money. Why else would they be on YouTube? And I want to ask you, why do you think am I on YouTube? I want to ask the people in the chat, why do you think are we on YouTube? The RRR guys, for instance.
You personally,
Yeah.
from what I've learned about you, you're by far among the top smartest people I've ever met in my life. So
That's the wrong answer. You have to say something along the lines of because you like to hate. Because you like to hate.
Because you want to abuse people. It's your
Exactly.
job. You know it's your job, and you do
Exactly.
it better than anybody else. I mean, come on. Who else?
That's exactly why. That's exactly why. That's exactly the reason.
Fart in other people's faces. You're the only
And it's exactly the reason why we are on YouTube, Michael. That's exactly the reason why. To spread
shit sprinkles. Shit sprinkles for everybody.
And look, since this is about monetization and everything that comes with it, there's a man on Bantai, and we spoke about him earlier, and I know he's somewhere out there listening to this right now. He's very frustrated. He's very frustrated about the fact that people are not sending him super chat. And that really shows you that he is not fucking enjoying this. He's very grumpy. He talks about all these fucking legal cases that he is involved in. And then he scolds his own fucking subs. You guys are not sending me enough money. You guys are not making me any money. Because I do the heavy lifting on here. I come out with all kinds of top-notch content, all for you. What kind of fucking top-notch content are you talking about? I checked some of his fucking vlogs of last week, and they had titles such as The Philippines Economy, Inflation in the Philippines. Motherfucker doesn't even know what inflation is. He can barely fucking spell these words that he is throwing out there. And he's trying so hard to come out with some intellectual content. And he has the fucking audacity. He has the audacity to even ask for fucking money. That's crazy. Not even ask. Sorry, I need to rephrase that. He's basically blackmailing people on there because he really believes that what he puts out is of any value.
And when you
listen, my friend, all we do here is we We throw out shit. At least our shit is somewhat entertaining. Your shit is not even good. It's not even good, man. And it's just beyond me why such a clown would even ask for any financial contribution in any form, because it's just not there. Some people are just so fucking full of themselves. They think that they have something to say that is of any value for the community. It's really not like that. I
Well,
mean, the stuff that I do right here, right now, there's no fucking value to it. We just love to listen to fucking shit on the internet. And at least we're giving you, at least I try from time to time to make you laugh a little bit. And that's all there is. There's no fucking money involved in this. What do you think about that, Michael?
I think that there's some people have a higher aptitude for narcissistic personality disorder, and they believe that they should get money. And I'm serious about that. I mean,
Yeah, I know. That
like,
frightens me a little bit.
no, because their mind doesn't work like normal minds. They believe, like, they could say that Al de Winter is a great guy one day, and they could say Al de Winter's a bad guy the next day. But what they specialize in is that they're going to slap the shit out of Fazio one day, and then the next day, Fazio didn't deserve that. That's a narcissistic personality disorder.
That's a
That
nut job.
that
That's what I
can't.
call a fucking nut job. On a Monday, he says it was the right thing to fucking slap Fazio from behind. And on a Tuesday, he says that was a cowardly act. He changes the fucking narrative, changes the goalpost as he goes every single fucking day. And I think this guy is a complete fucking nut job.
But
The guy you talk about right now.
what you have to do is you have to go to narcissistic personality disorder videos, and then you're going to go and watch 10 of them in a row, and then you'll know who they're talking about, the guy on YouTube. That's that guy. They studied him. They were in a building, in a room, 10 narcissistic personality disorder experts studied that particular fella on YouTube. And they just make different videos about the same man. Because narcissistic personality disorder traits are common among every narcissist in the world. It makes no difference what language they speak, makes no difference what nationality they are, and it makes no difference what age they are. They have the ability to say one thing, change their mind a moment later, and lie about it the next day. And the third day, they swear they never said what they said. And if they did say what they said, I am sorry. I'm making a blanket apology for everything I ever said to anybody. And you have to accept this from me, even though I will never accept your apology. Narcissistic personality disorder. That's what that
But
is.
isn't it that it's the same guy who is getting so fucking frustrated about the fact that people A just don't like him and B don't send him any money? I mean, there were a few people who actually sent him a little bit money, but he thinks that he thinks he deserves a lot more, okay, to start with. And he thinks that because he is apparently is doing the heavy lifting for the community, he actually even gets fucking triggered about that. He's basically saying, I'm the guy who's going after Bama. I'm the guy who's going after all these bad people. You guys only just talk shit, but you never really do something. Therefore, you should send me money. What do you think about that? That's fucking crazy. That's just fucking crazy.
Well, I know how he can make a lot of money, man. I know how he can make a lot of money. He was
Tell me how.
challenged. He was challenged this week to do something. He has to say yes, and then there's going to be super chats and money coming in from every direction. But he made like it was a joke, and then said that's never going to happen. So basically
you need to give me a little bit more context here. What was he talking about, right? I mean,
he was
back
talking
then.
about someone that challenged him to get into a boxing ring.
With whom?
With whom? With with
With
whom?
the marvelous Michael F.
With that guy. And
The
he
only
powered.
alpha male with the
He
only alpha male on YouTube.
backed down. He backed down. He backed down. He made like it was a joke, but he'll never do it. He said that guy don't have the nads to get in the ring with me, but it's opposite. It's the opposite. It's the narcissistic personality disorder coming through. He will never go up against anybody. As soon as the offer was made, which is a legal offer, the police, the NBI, prosecutor, and your lawyer will say, if you offer to get in the ring with somebody, with or without a purse attached to the end of the result, it's legal. You can't attack somebody.
It's a sports
So
event.
it's a sports event. That's how he can make serious path. But he won't do it. He
I
won't do it.
I was not even aware of that. I didn't even know that.
Oh,
And he came
yeah.
out with something else this morning. You told me
Oh,
he came out with something else this morning. He called it like Lady Karma or something like that. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I
yeah.
have not seen it yet. It was a very
Well,
strange video.
okay. So a lot of people think I never studied metaphysics, but metaphysics I did study. And the fact that there is a spiritual world that surrounds all things is true. And you can sell your soul to a demonic force. That is an example of what he did when he made. Oh, no, this is no joke. When he
Yeah,
prayed
I
for
like. So you're basically saying the man on Bantayan sold his fucking soul to
yes,
Satan.
you could say that. You could say, and his candle burning ceremonies to Lady Karma. Lady Karma, let what did he call me? Puss leg. Puss leg. Let's let a tree fall on Puss leg's shack and kill him during this storm. Lady Karma, we invoke you. Lady Karma. That is satanic in nature. And he knows it, and I know it, and he did it again today. He's threatening somebody with his video that he put up. Karma is coming for you. Karma is coming to catch you. You can't hide from karma. But as soon as you mention that you're going to go have a hamburger on his island, I'm going to the police. I'm making another report on you. When you get here, you will be severely imprisoned. You can't come to my island. Narcissistic personality disorder shining through, I say. Shining.
Look, I remember the video, a very strange video. Some of you guys in the chat might remember this. A couple of years ago, Frank was in his other house, the one that he rented over in Bantayan near Santa Fe, I believe it was. And he was, it was a very strange video. It was like in the evening, and you would see a piece of paper on a table. And then you would see red color dropping on that piece of paper. And every time a drop of red color would hit that piece of paper, land on that piece of paper, he would say a name. So basically, like drop, and then he would say, Dave Phelps. Another red drop, all of the winter. Another drop, Roberto, drop. And then I just said, what is he trying to do? Is he off meds? Is he on his meds? What's going on? And he thinks that we have forgotten about that. And did you see Or did you notice, rather, that he has been awfully quiet about me lately? After this drive where we talked about sending out videos to all these hotels and restaurants and bars on Bantayan Island, to the municipality of Santa Fe, to all these barangays who have FB pages. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's an ongoing project. People are actually really doing that because I have seen it. And I mentioned it on the All Up in Your Geek show, Roberto, that this is actually happening as we speak. That we are recording this shit, we are editing it, we are not taking things out of context. And I am not saying
Hey,
this is
he
bad or
doesn't need, and
good
there's a
or bad.
reason.
It's just himself with his content. Nothing has been added there. No insults, nothing. Just a crazy man dancing half naked, and then it switches to another scene where he yells into the cam, and then the dancing scenes again. This erratic, out of control behavior, sending it right into his community where he is at. Once we started to talk about that, I didn't hear about Alo this, Alo that anymore. Alo is with me in that little powwow tent or something like that, where he started to try shit with me. I have not heard from him anymore. And actually, Frank, I know you're listening to this. Check your inbox because in the last 10 days, I'm sending you 5 to 6 to 7 mails each and every day. And I want you to look at it and I want you to reply to at least one of them because I know you don't like what we are doing on here. And I know that you're going to reach out to Michael here after the show and you're going to tell him, Michael, you made a big mistake. Michael, you crossed the red line. Michael, you hooked up with pure evil, with Alo. Michael, he is not your friend. Michael is trying to take advantage of you. Michael, he turned you against me. Michael, you will face the legal consequences of what you just did. Michael, I know that it's exactly what's going to happen because he is fucking obsessed with you. And I ask myself, how can I trigger him? Because I want in on this exclusive club of F triggerers. Okay. I want in on this because I know that Dave Phelps, for instance, he fucking triggered that guy. Every single time Dave came on a fucking live stream, on a vlog or whatever, the guy was fucking triggered. And I think that you are basically the new Dave Phelps of the community, at least as far as the Bantayan man is concerned, because he fucking hates you. He fucking hates you. And he tries to fucking intimidate you. And I wonder, what should I say or what should I do for him to do the same with me too? Because it seems to me that he doesn't want really to engage with me. He even sends me emails and says, Alo, I'm not really talking about you anymore. There's bigger fish to fry. And, when he says bigger fish to fry, what does he mean by that? He means that you should not go after me. You should go after this or that guy. And why does he say that? It's not because he is trying to make the world or our community a better place. He just doesn't want it if we give him a dose of his own medicine. Let me tell you again, as we speak, people are sending out videos of his content from his channel, content we all know about, collected over the last 6-7 years, and they are sending it to A, the authorities, B, to the hotels, restaurants, communities, colleges, schools. I saw a couple of schools where they took some of the footage from a channel, I believe, called Bantayan Bulletin. If you haven't checked it out yet, please go there. I have to be on the record to say that I do not condone or approve the content. I'm not trying to bash people. I'm trying to be a good guy on here. I have to put that out there because you know how Frank is. He always takes everything out of context and runs to the authorities, which, by the way, is something that a few other peoples also do. That's usually after they give up, after they realize that they cannot win the battle on here on YouTube. Then they cry foul and say, okay, we are going to declare you a persona non grata. We are going to the city council. We are going to this and that person we know, somebody who is influential. We are going to stop you guys. These are the same guys who called themselves drama channels. We're looking for trouble, and then we push back, and then they cry foul. Just another weak fucking bitch ass move on their behalf.
I want to share. You asked why he's leaving you alone. He's got a picture of Bubba Gums on his bedroom wall. And when he goes in, he's got something to rub. He's rubbing. He's in the middle. He's in the process of rubbing. He can't concentrate on two things at once. He's rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. Sometimes he gets stuck.
You know he is listening right now. Is there something you want to tell to him, like directly? Like let's.
Well, I want to
What
tell
do you
him.
want to say? Send out the message to our good friend F.
I love you, man. You give me hours and hours of entertainment, but I really love you, man.
You mentioned on your last live stream that you were going to beg for forgiveness. Is that what it was? I just skipped through it, or what was that all about?
Oh, I'm going to beg him to get into a boxing ring with me. And this is what was said. I'm going to come to your place and I'm going to get on my hands and knees and beg you to get into a boxing ring with me. And he took the part that said, I'm going to your place and I'm going to get on your hands and knees and beg you. And then he said, I'm not going to let so-and-so suck my so-and-so. He must be gay because he's a yellow-bellied coward and will never get in the ring with anybody. I love you, man. I love you, man. And today,
there you go. That's a message for you, F. That's a message for you, and I hope that you will do a rebuttal or call us out or uh, talk about our mental health or whatever. Because I know that you are fucking triggered. You're taking notes. You are there in your room. You're writing this down. You're probably making a copy of this, and a couple of guys will reach out to you because they want you to do the dirty work, the usual stuff. Bring it. We are ready. Bring it. I would like to go through the chat here for a second. And I would like to say hello to Bobsy, to Dunce. I can't even. Dunce C. I hope I didn't mess that up. SC Mulacron, Rowdy. I see Lotto in there, Pennsylvania Tracker, Speed Racer, and let me start scroll down. Scott Del Fuego and Philippines Guru. Hello to all of you. Freebird. Um, Steve is in there. Kanoy is in there. Hello to you too. Hegante Nathan is in there. And I hope I didn't forget anybody else. Chefe is in there. Chefe Pero. And let me scroll down here. John Blaze. The Blazer Army is in here. And What's Up and Vesna. I saw those guys in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Ken Unger is there. Hello to you too. Dicky Spas is in there. Mike Ross. And I think that's about it. And all the other guys who didn't comment. Stay Frosty is also in there. Okay.
And the little fella.
And the little fellow, of course, who is not commenting, but who is taking notes. And that's just as good. I would like to wrap this one up. Guys, please hit the like button if you want more of these live streams on this channel here. We will soon do more live streams. I believe tomorrow, I announced that already, 10 a.m. Philippine Standard Time, the community according to the great Andy Omar. We will talk a little bit about the drama, or not a little bit, but all about it. Will be all about drama and our take on regular guy, expat trash in the Philippines, Philly in the Philippines, latest live stream about the drama, Uncle Jesse, and a few other guys in the community. I would like to ask.
Lotto retirement strategist also was in the chat.
Kenny and Zubik is also here in the chat. And I know that you are not really a big fan of Kenny and Zubik, but let's not get into that. I would like to ask you for your last comments and thoughts
I
today
just
on
want
this live
I
stream,
just
Michael?
want to say I want to go and see the little fella face to face. I want to get on my hands and knees and beg him to get in the ring with me, and then we'll see. And I also want to say, Mike Ross being attacked from behind is completely different than getting into the ring with somebody, and that you are a punk ass blogger. Comment. That's what I want to say about you. That's what I think about Mike Ross. You go all over YouTube and talk shit about me, and you're a punk ass with no name and no face on the channel. But the little fella, at least he has the nads to put his face on the video, but he's afraid to get in a ring or face to face anybody. As soon as you say you go in there, he's right there with a police report because he's a coward, yellow bellied coward. That's what I got. How do
What
you
a
like?
statement, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that you guys enjoyed this live stream. I will be back tomorrow. And then I would also like to mention that currently I'm doing a couple of podcasts with a guy who is based in the UK. Interesting guy. It won't be about drama, but more about his experience. He's a relatively young guy, his experience in the Philippines as a part time expat. He splits his time between Southeast Asia and the UK, Europe. His setup is like 7 months in the UK, 5 months in the Philippines. He is married to a Filipina. He runs a business in the Philippines. He has a good job back in the UK. And I'm going to present you these podcasts probably in the next couple of weeks and months. And yes, I did not forget about um, the Go Go Bobo tapes yet. And I know I announced this 100,000 times already. Um, I hope you understand that the reason why I was not able to do that yet is out of two reasons. One, I tried to put it out there, but then a wave of copyright strikes and reports hit all of us. And as you know, Alumanotti is currently not on YouTube, but I believe he'll be back. And ETP has been hit with a couple of copyright strikes, and Popeye, by the way, and I believe he will soon come out with his Victory Lab live streams about this issue. He was hit with a wave of copyright strikes and so on and so forth. And so we really had to make sure that we appeal all of this and get our channels back up. And I promise you that we will come out with that content, and we also will come out with a lot more regarding Bama. With the latest voicemails, I have uploaded some of the voicemails of Bama. You are familiar with those voicemails. These are the older ones. Everybody knows them. If you haven't yet, you will find them somewhere on my main channel, I believe, or on the I even don't know. I think it's on the Out of the Winter 2 or 3 or backup or live stream. I don't know.
I got one more thing I want to say. I got one more
Please
thing.
go ahead, Michael. Yeah.
There's a guy on YouTube that keeps talking about my ex girlfriend, Daisy May, and how she left me for a foreigner. But that's not true. So I want to talk about that for a moment.
Yes, please go ahead. You have the
Daisy
podium.
and I, Daisy and I broke up in August, and sometime in November, she was gone for 4 months. She met another man. So to the fella that keeps talking about Daisy May leaving me, why don't you tell us about the story about how your wife left you for a black man? When you came home, she was in bed with a black man. Why don't you tell us that story? That's the story I want to hear. I don't want to hear about Daisy May anymore. I want to hear how you came home and your wife was in bed with a black man. Please tell us that story. Thank you.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. I see you guys there. I would be happy if you tune in again. And again, I will come out with the Go Go Bobo tapes really soon. We had problems with YouTube. These problems are solved. Freedom of speech is back. We will go ahead full steam. And I think we will deliver a couple of good live streams. Thank you very much, Michael Fazio, for coming on this live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you on the next one. Nice.